Hello once again, Grade 1. This is Teacher Marv of New Vision International School. Let us now continue our math session. Okay, I want you to prepare the materials needed. Bring out your math textbook, Volume 2, and prepare the pencil and eraser. Our lesson is all about understand the hour and minute hands. Open your book on page 709. Again, open your book on page 709. Once again, I would like to explain the vocabulary words. We have hour hand. We have minute hand. And we have o'clock. The hour hand. The short hand that is moving around the clock is called the hour hand. The minute hand. The long hand that is moving around the clock is called minute hand. O'clock. The long hand that is moving around the clock and stops at 12, we call it o'clock. So try to see the other clock at the right side. The short hand stops at 1 and the long hand stops at 12. You are going to say first the hour hand. You will say 1. And instead of saying 12, you are going to say o'clock. So the time here is 1 o'clock. To understand more, here's the example. We have a clock here. On top of it, I would ask you to tell me the hour hand. Yes, it is pointing to 7. So you will write here 7. Very good. How about the minute hand? Good job. It is pointing to 12. And how do you read the time now? The time is 7 o'clock. How about the next clock? Can you tell me the hour time? Great, it is 10. Right here, 10. How about the minute hand? Correct, it is pointing to 12. So you are going to write 12. How about when you read the time? It is 10 o'clock. Very good. Now I want you to focus on page 709. You are going to draw a picture to show how you would tell time without clocks. Then you will tell a partner whether we need clocks or we do not need clocks. What are you asked to draw? A picture of how to tell time without a clock. Why do you think clocks are important? Because time tells us what to do things. Do you know what time you wake up? Yeah, maybe 6 or 7. How do you know when it is 7 o'clock? Maybe your mom and your dad wakes you up. If you couldn't look at the clock, how would you know it is time to wake up? Maybe the light from the sun would wake you up. Okay, let's try to see how Anna draws his work. Good job. You can write it down there on your book, page 709. Are you done? Very good. Let's move on to page 710. Here we are going to write the time shown on each clock. We are going to ask ourselves. Again, remember that shorthand means hour hand. On number 1, you can see that the hour hand is 4. So you can write 4 down here. And the minute hand is pointing to 12. So you can write here 12. And when you read the clock, it is 4 o'clock. I will give you 2 minutes to answer numbers 2 and 3. Start. Very good. Now let's check our answer. You can pause the video so you can see the correct answer. Let's move. Now we are on page 711. You are going to draw the hour and minute hands to show the time. Here, for example, it is 10 o'clock. Make sure that you are going to show shorthand and longhand. 10 o'clock. So you're going to first draw the shorthand, which is pointing to 10, and the longhand, which is pointing to 12. This is 10 o'clock. How about on number 5? It is 2 o'clock. Can you help me draw the shorthand and the longhand? We are going to point the shorthand at 2. There. And the longhand, we're going to draw it to 12. Very good. Now I will give you a few minutes to answer numbers 6 to 11. Start. Great. Now we're going to check if our answers are correct. There. You can pause the video to draw the correct answer of the clock. Let's move on page 711. Down, there is a question. Write a time. Draw the hour and minute hands to show the time. Draw a picture to show an activity you do at that time. Waking up in the morning. Let's say you wake up at 7 o'clock. You're going to write here 7. And you are going to draw the time of 7 o'clock. The shorthand should be pointing to 7. And the longhand should be pointing to where? Great, it's 12. Very good. So, you can now see the drawing. There, very good. Okay, next. On page 713, I want you to answer this. You're going to write the time shown on each clock. The hour hand on number 1 is pointing to 8. So write 8 here. And the minute hand is pointing to 12. Write 12 here. And when you read the clock, it is 8 o'clock. For numbers 2 and 3, I want you to answer it alone. And we are going to check if your answers are correct. Start. Good job. Let's check your answer. There. You can pause the video and write the correct answer. Page 714. We are going to draw our hands and meet hands to show the time. We have here 10 o'clock. Let me first answer the number 4. The short hand should be pointing to 10. Very good. And the long hand should be pointing to 12. Good job. When you read it, the time is 10 o'clock. For numbers 5 to 9, I want you to answer it alone. I'll give you minutes for that. Start. Great. Let's check your answer. Very good. You can pause the video again to answer the correct answer. So let's wrap up. These are the essential questions that we need to always remember. How do the hands on a clock show you that it is 5 o'clock? What is the answer? First, the shorter hand, the hour hand, points to 5. Second, the longer hand, the minute hand, points to 12. And the third one, I know that I say 5 for the hour, and when the minute hand points to 12, I say o'clock. Very good. Thank you. And that would be all for today. Great job, grade 1.